And for more on the preparations, I'm joined live now by Fort Erie Mayor Wayne Redekop. Mayor, good to have you. Thanks for taking the time.
Thank you, Lindsay. Appreciate it.
So, Fort Erie, not very far from Niagara Falls. I expect you to be anticipating some big crowds as well tomorrow. How are you feeling now that we're less than 24 hours to the event?
Yeah, we'll have the greatest total eclipse here in Fort Erie. And so we're doing exactly the things that Mayor Diodati talked about, and we're making sure that the locations where we expect people to gather will be accessible by emergency. So we've had some road closures. We've closed the town hall. I know other municipalities have done the same thing so that we can make sure that we have the people available to address any of the issues that might arise. And we expect that there will be a lot of people coming in here. Now, that's really dependent upon the weather. And right now, it could be cloudy during parts of tomorrow.
I know, I saw that. So we'll have to wait and see how the weather shapes up for tomorrow. But, you know, I want to talk a little bit more as well about that state of emergency that was declared by Niagara Region. What are your thoughts on that? Because now there's some controversy in some groups saying that maybe this was not the best idea. What do you think?
Well, Fort Erie, of course, is in the Niagara region, and I would say that Niagara Falls, Fort Erie, Port Colborne will be the municipalities that will be most impacted by an influx of tourists, because we're pretty much in the line of totality. And as I said, Fort Erie will have the greatest opportunity for people to view the eclipse if the skies are clear. We've done a few things here. As I said, the town hall is closed. I know the region is closed. We've done that specifically so that we can make sure that our employees can attend locations where they might be needed if there are any issues that arise or if there's a larger influx of people than we anticipated. So I can understand why the region would declare a state of emergency. It's really to make sure that they can deploy the resources necessary as required in the event something occurs. I mean, we don't know what's going to happen tomorrow. This is very much like preparing for a winter storm. We don't know how long it will last. We don't know the intensity. We don't know how much snow will be coming. We don't know if it'll be mixed with ice, what have you. So we prepare. We notify our residents. We make sure that they're prepared, and we take the steps necessary to ensure that if something arises out of the ordinary or unexpected, that we can address that. And that's really what the region is trying to do. And, you know, I understand that people are concerned about their rights, but they certainly look to government when worse comes to worse and an emergency arises. And so we're making sure that we're going to be there.
Yeah, I think that's the part of it as well, right? Is if something were to happen, your government at least, or each town and city wants to make sure that they've put everything in place to make sure that they've covered their bases. Just before I let you go, Mayor, just for people who might be heading to Fort Erie tomorrow, we will have our crews in your region tomorrow, actually, for the total eclipse. What are some tips for people who might be driving over or taking, you know, forms of transit over? What do you want people to know before they head to Fort Erie?
Yeah, so a lot of people will be driving into Fort Erie, and as they come in, we just need to make sure that they're aware that there are some road closures in particularly important areas. So be aware of that. We have set up a number of locations that are large areas with clear visibility of the sky to accommodate people. We've got additional washroom facilities available. We've got additional Wi-Fi capacity as well. So just want to make sure that people stay within the areas that they're supposed to be in and respect the other people who are coming in, and also the people who live here and the business people who are managing this this eclipse. Sorry, pandemic, eclipse. It's all blending into one.
It almost does feel like you're preparing for a pandemic of sorts because it's so unprecedented in some ways. Okay.
Exactly.